Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Zelda 1 Randomizer Weekly Race. Tonight we have a Speed Gaming Live 2022 Flags race here for the weekly featuring Sidetown, Galen Merrick, Bogey, and Cafe JD. I am Elsoa, and I am joined by Smile Fries here in the booth.
Good evening, Elsoa. We've also got Cameo and Renokai on the tracker tonight.
So this will be the flags that we're going to see a lot more of in about 4 days or so at SGLive.
Yep, Speed Gaming Live in-person event just a half week away. These were also the same flags for the online tournament, if you were watching that.
Yes, there's consistency between the two, and I want our start screen to actually be kind of nice to the players and just be in the desert.
Yeah, that's always friendly, getting over to some of the usual early game places.
Let's look at some things here. Give me one quick second. As we are starting, well, that's a start screen.
Yeah, up in Death Mountain, well, there is an open door right here, and it's a shop with arrows.
It's also quick access to a couple of Armos spots.
Yeah, the Armos item is always going to be a heart container. Extra safety if they can find it. This one isn't it, though.
We also have a mixed first quest overworld, so there'll be some additional spots thing to check. We do have forced overworld blocks on, as well as the book is an atlas, and remove most open stairs. Everything else is pretty much normal as to what gets ran nowadays.
And there's a wood sword sighting.
Sword. I'm guessing Bogey's going to go back for that spot. Because it looks like, yeah, Bogey's heading back. And bombs for Sidetown. So, it always feels good to have sword within the first 2 minutes of the scene.
Oh yeah, for sure. Given that it could be, like, near about anywhere, you could just be walking around looking for anything you can use.
I'm seeing in chat there's something about cookies in the scene.
Delicious.
What kind of cookies, though? Like, what would your preferred cookie type be?
I could really go for some, like, shortbread right now.
Ooh. There's the heart container Ermos, as Bogey's going to pick up a candle out of a bonus cave. Sidetown, the only one of her... Oh, no. Sidetown and Bogey both have bombs at this point. As for cookies, I'm always a fan of the chocolate chunk.
Yeah, very strong choice. Galen also getting the sword now as well.
So all of our runners getting a sword relatively quickly here. Sidetown probably okay with finding the Armos heart. Might be slightly annoyed because he hasn't seen the white sword item yet, and he does like to not get hearts if he can help it.
Oh yeah, if he can pick up the white sword item. 4 hearts, why not?
That old man is apparently being judged by his size, as level 9 is found by Cafe over near Vanilla Start.
Keep that in the memory banks for later. I think
That's
that's our first level sighting.
And that's a lovely door repair message. We find the letter that will enable Bogey to buy potions. Of course, you have to have the money to buy the potions. Hightown finds level 9. So we're kind of just looking for levels at this stage. Like, you've already seen the Armos item. We just really want to find those levels, especially some of the levels like 2, 3, and 4 to dig early. 1 is kind of an interesting case. Ooh, that's a nice large secret. It's a very nice large secret. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. And Caffey's also got a blue candle, so it can start burning some of the woods now.
Bogey is going to pick up a heart. Sidetown is going to pick up a candle.
Yep, that's a full set of blue candles now.
You get a candle, and you get a candle, and nobody had to buy one. Sidetown gets more bombs. Everybody but Caffey currently has bombs. Though Caffey may get some bombs here. There's certainly enough droppers.
Yeah. And if he doesn't, he might have to miss out on this cave over here.
But I'm not seeing anything important in that cave. It's like he did overwrite his bomb drop with a 5-er. It just becomes an annoying spot to have to check later. So we're kind of seeing all the runners just going kind of in the same directions. There's not a whole lot of divergence early.
There's some bombs for Caffey.
Now everybody's got their bombs. Everybody's got their candle. Level... is that 8? I believe that's level 8. Found by Bogey up on Death Mountain. He's going to elect not to poke in his head. Okay, that's a level 5. My apologies, folks.
Yeah, 5 may be understandable, not checking to see if there's something right on the floor for you.
Yeah, 5s as of late have been this weird case of, yes, they tend to have a decent amount of keys, but you generally need 1 or 2 to get in.
And just nearby is level 4.
Now, Bogey may be trying to pirouette that top door. No, it looks like he's not going to go into the level just yet. Finds level 2.
Wow.
And resets all of it away.
Probably wants those bombs back.
Yeah, it seems like Bogey is taking the approach of explore the entire overworld before touching any of the dungeons. Which, there are times where that is appropriate to do. I think these Death Mountain dungeons are close enough to start that it's fine here. But I can definitely understand if, say, your start was over near the desert or near Vanilla start and getting up here was a pain, you would not want to come into these... you would not want to skip these dungeons early if you could help it. Now, he may go back after checking these spots.
Yeah, if getting up to Death Mountain takes a while, want to take as few trips up there as you can. Sidetown did take a dip into level 5 and got a heart container out of it, but not doing much more, needs a key.
Bogey's going to have to re-pirouette this bottom door, but it looks like he does have an interest in level 2. Which I think digging level 2 here is probably the best choice of the 3. Level 2 is generally very open, so you won't have to worry about needing a whole ton of keys. As Caffey's in level 7, the mid-secret was 36, so overall pretty good money in the seed. Keys rolled up to 2 HP. Sidetown is now in level 8. Bogey finds a Patra in level 2, gonna just try to bypass it. Ends up taking a Patra bop. Galen has found level 9. There's a heart container in level 2 for Bogey, and Tektites die. Now, I say keys are one of the hardest enemies in this game, and as you're seeing with the 2 HP keys, that's one of the examples of why. They just don't like to behave.
Caffey's looking for a bomb hole. The NSRU room didn't bomb. This one does.
Now, this could be a stair in here, so he'll likely want to clear this anyway. Sidetown's going to leave level 8, presumably ladder blocked.
And that doesn't push.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, same thing. That didn't push, so Caffey's out of here.
Bogey has found a shoot room in level 2. He may want to clear that later. Sees the Patra again. This Patra room does have a drop, by the way, so this Patra could be guarding something important. It could also be guarding the map.
A little bit of a tall task to deal with right now, though.
Right now, all of our runners are outside of dungeons except for Bogey. Sidetown did not check the West Death Mountain checks just yet. So Sidetown does not know about the trifecta of 425.
Well, he has found any roads, and there is one that leads back to Death Mountain, and there's one up in Casino Corner.
Now that's a potential ladder block in level 2.
And I think there also could have been one in 5 that they hadn't found a way around yet.
There was one in 5. There was also one in 8. So it'll be really, really interesting to see. Also, I do think Patra actually does have the map here. Galen has now found level 8. Caffey is continuing to do overworld exploration. Sidetown has come into some decent amount of money.
Yeah, Sidetown and Caffey both, and Galen is 200 rupees, so...
Finds a candle shop under a burn bush, which means that cannot be the starting candle shop. Fair explosion for Bogey.
This 2's definitely got a lot of different ways to go in it.
Let's see what Bogey decides to do here. Sidetown finds another little bit of money. Caffey now up to 214. And it looks like Bogey wants to take on this Patra. But takes a Patra Bop instead of the Fireball. Galen's going to continue working his way through level 8. Bogey's going to try to bomb around at level 2, but at this point it might be best for him to... Oh, there's a bomb wall. But he's already been in this room. It might be best at this point for Bogey to kind of cut his losses on 2 and go to one of the other 2 levels he's got nearby. I would vote for first.
Yep, that's looking like the play.
Sidetown's going to check out the waterfall. That's a level 8. Alright, so far we have confirmed ladder blocked rooms in 2, 5, and 8. Bogey making really good work of this Guerrilla room. Gets a map for his efforts. Level 4 is split.
Wow, that is really linear level 4.
And Caffey is our first runner to find level 3. So at this point, we really have to have like White Sword item or level 1 be our overworld block.
Gonna try and pirouette a door in here. Doesn't seem like it worked that way.
Looks like Caffey does not want to dig level 3 yet. He might have also been key blocked or bomb blocked, given he has neither. Sidetown's now headed towards somewhere. Not West Death Mountain, perhaps Forgotten Spot. Galen is up on Death Mountain. Bogey finds a room of assorted garbage, but does get a clock.
Yeah, these Pole's voice will go down eventually.
And most of our runners are up to 6 hearts, so that White Sword item is guaranteed if they can find it. Bogey seems to be taking a bit of an early lead just from being able to explore these dungeons a little bit, but it's not really enough to say that one runner has a definitive lead over the other. Yeah, if that was a bait block, that would have been amazing.
And Power Bracelet is on the coast.
Sidetown finds 7. Gonna elect to just completely ignore it for now. Okay, Sidetown's gonna take the potion on 5 hearts. So Sidetown is saying, okay, either White Sword item's gonna be 5 hearts, or I'm gonna go get a heart somewhere else, but I'm not taking that 6 heart until the game tells me I have to.
Yeah, he found the same take any that Caffey found a little bit ago. With a heart fairly easy to get, and I believe it was 5. Not too much trouble actually getting hearts, at least.
It is. You have 3 runners on bases at the top of the first lead, but your batter coming up has a 0.3 average. There's a lot of potential, but you have to realize the potential. Galen has found level 5. Daffy has found level 1, so our white sword item will be blocked, and the any key in level 4 is a fantastic item to find. And Bogey's going to be done in this level 4. Never has to go to the segment.
Yeah, I actually found the staircase that went over there, but...
And this puts Bogey in a continually better position because he's not going to have to worry about keys in any of these dungeons, so this could be a level 5 play next.
Saitown's buying a key.
Honestly, not a bad idea at all.
Yeah, there were a couple with key doors fairly early on. Getting a second key while he's at it.
Bogey is headed back to level 2. Looks like Bogey is particularly interested in finding a way into this level 2 that does not require going through the ladder block room. Curious if he will try to kill the Patra again. Now, I did not catch where level 1 was. Sidetown finds a heart and candle shop.
Yeah, neither did I, but Caffey did check the coast item, and then I don't believe he went back to start, so I'm guessing somewhere in the east.
Could very well be South Coast. Galen's now in level 2. Sidetown is continuing to do overworld exploration. Now Sidetown will pick up the 6th heart. Again, the choice to pick out the potion before the 6th heart is a little bit interesting. It's not a bad decision by any stretch, as Sidetown will go into level 3. Which it looks like Caffey was bomb blocked out of at the time he went in, because you'll have to likely bomb down to get into the dungeon, as Sidetown will demonstrate. This is a split 3. Don't even need the map to see it. When you have a stair this early, the odds of a split 3 are so astronomically high, you just have to assume it is such. There it is. Bogey's got to be very careful against this Patra. He's down to half a heart. Any hit in this room will kill him now, and he's got to get a lot of hits on Patra. So far, doing a good job of it. Does survive, but gets nothing!
Just a small heart.
Man!
Caffey has found whiz robes in the patrol boat that is level 1.
Oh, jeez. Sidetown has found a Dodongo in 3. Galen is facing off against the same Patra that Bogey just killed. We'll see if Galen is able to get it down. So far, so good.
Level 3's got a Dodongo, but it's also got a Triforce on the floor.
Looks like Galen will not be able to take the Patra down just quite yet, as Bogey has found potentially more rooms at level 2, but could not go to the east here, which tells me that is a ladder-blocked level 2 for sure.
Yeah, and Bogey's seen so much of that level, but gotta come back.
So now the question is, where will Bogey go from here? Will he continue to explore the overworld, or will he go to level 5? Sidetown finds the item in level 3. It's the red candle.
And Bogey's buying arrows.
I don't disagree with the play when you've got the any key and you're not likely to buy a blue ring. I think buying the arrows here is a perfectly fine choice to make.
Yeah, absolutely.
And relatively cheap bombs helps too. Triforce for 3 in Sidetown.
Yeah, that's one medium secret is 3 packs of bombs.
Well, that's the kind of siege that you want. The worst seeds are the ones where the medium secret doesn't cover a pack of bombs. Oh, Bogey picked up the bow.
Oh.
Was that under the Patron too, and he just spawned on top of it?
Yeah, maybe just picking it up right away.
That's very possible. It would make sense too, because if you spawn on top of the thing, you get about the rope room. Oh, was that the one he bombed into? Okay.
Okay. This is always the tough part of 2 as commentators, it being a floor item.
Combined with trying to watch 4 screens at once. Galen is continuing his exploration of level 2 at least a little bit.
Once into that key door, I think. Or no?
No, you can pirouette it. But Galen will also find 4 here. If Galen decides to dig 4, that'll net them in any key.
Oh, and I think we have music rando.
Music rando is a good thing. And speaking of rando being a good thing, we do have an in-person tournament coming up for this at the end of the week, which if you are going to be at SGLive 2022 and you still want to join the tournament, sign-ups are open until Tuesday night. That will be going on at the end of this week coming up. I need to check how many people we have in the tournament so far, real quick.
Yeah, looks like Bogey's found the Triforce in 5.
Side-town in level 1. Galen finding the transport of level 4, but not going in it. It's going to be a good move, as this will get Galen the any key, which I imagine he will not be upset to see.
This is also a very long level 5.
Do you mean that in terms of the literal shape of the dungeon, or do you mean that in terms of the fact that you have to go through a lot of rooms?
Why not both?
Both is a good answer. Level 4 Triforce for Galen. No any key just yet. He may elect to come back in with health, which I don't think is a bad idea, honestly.
And that is a lot of health to come back in with. That's the wand in level 5.
That's a good offensive upgrade for Bogey. That'll mean that no more money will need to be spent on arrows. It'll make level 1 a little bit easier with the Dark Nuts. And we have Caffey back in level 1, Side-town's in level 1. Galen's continuing to work their way through 4, which they are using bombs for combat, which I do like to see a lot. And the reason I like to see it is everyone thinks of bombs as purely an exploration item, but when used properly, bombs are an extremely effective combat item.
They're very versatile.
And I think that's, to me, one of the things that is good to learn if you do decide you want to pick this up is, like, combat in general is probably one of the more important things you can learn, but especially knowing when to use your bombs in combat is very important.
That block doesn't push in the Wizrobe room, and it leads to more blue Wizrobes.
Yeah, that room's probably not getting cleared until ever. You don't need a bomb to get to the any key room. You can go through the key door.
Side-town's gonna potion up in this same room.
Potions are one of those things that often also get underutilized, and I'm guilty of doing this myself, because you want to save it for the larger levels when you're deep in. There's a raft. But the problem is it doesn't do you any good if you die a ton of times on the way to those larger levels. You would have saved more time by just buying another potion.
Yeah, Manhandle guards the raft in level 1.
Well, he can't threaten with the raft because that would be level 3, so that's valid. Also, only the white sword item is blocked, so even though it is late to do math, we have seen items from all of 1 through 5. Okay, silvers, recorder, red ring are left. Also, there's a white sword and there's a 141. Large secret, 1 + 1 is 2, + 4 is 6. White sword item is the forced overworld block. That means the item in 6 is going to be the item that leads to the overworld block, which will probably be the ladder that leads to power bracelet, leads to white sword item, which is silvers.
Beautiful.
There's today's math. Bogey gonna go ahead and pick up a potion. Sighttown gonna find an empty room in level 1. Galen gonna be on the other side of the transport, but elects to go back to start here. Gonna leave level 4 without the item as he's out of bombs.
Yeah, but hopefully everybody by now has seen that bomb shop under the Armos.
Oh yeah, everyone. I'm pretty sure everyone's seen it. Sighttown sees the item in 1. Gonna see the raft here in a second. Bogey has found level 7. We'll see if he elects to dig it now or come back later. Looks like he is going to attempt to at least come in a couple of rooms. Sighttown has to be careful. Does not have bombs to deal with this manhandle it easily. And with no ring, these manhandle hits and fireballs will deal 1 heart of damage each.
And Caffey's found a push block under orange reserves, and it's got the ladder.
Ooh, that's a huge find for Caffey. It's going to allow him to get back into... Oh, he doesn't even know where levels 2, 4, and 5 are yet. I don't think he's been up to Death Mountain. That's going to save him a lot of time when he decides to do his Death Mountain exploration, especially because he'll also have the power bracelet when he goes up there.
Yeah, you can just do that all in one sweep.
That's a pretty good thing. That's a pretty good thing to find if you're Caffey. So, Sighttown picks up the Triforce out of level 1, which was in the center forest. Does not grab the ladder out of it just yet, and it looks like he might be leaving level 1. We don't know yet. That's a pretty quick check to get that, so I don't think that's leaving 1. That is leaving 1. Sighttown looks to have been bomb blocked.
Understandable. Caffey did spend a lot of time in there, so could see thinking about resource consumption.
But here's the thing. I'm pretty sure 2's Triforce's ladder block is going to force him back in there at some point. And we also have a pretty much confirmed ladder block in 8. We don't actually have a ladder block in 4 or 5, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, eventually they're going to run out of things to do, and it looks like Caffey is going to walk back for the power bracelet right now.
Plus, he also gets to check the Shraft spot. This is a good play, I think.
Yeah.
And we find a candle shop. Welcome on in, everybody, from Speed Gaming Prime. We have here an SGLive 2022 Flags exhibition. That tournament is currently still accepting signups through the 25th of October, which is the day or 2 days before SGLive starts. If you would like to join in, Andy will be at SGLive in person. We can get you that info if you'd like to join that. Elsewise, yeah, please enjoy the show.
Yeah, the places to be, there's info at sglive.speedgaming.org. There's a sign up on Match Arena to get tickets for it. But if you're just here to hang out, welcome all the same.
Galen's about to get their magic key out of level 4. This will be a very good pickup. Caffey back in level 3 now with bombs. Sighttown heading around on the Overworld, does not know about levels 2 and 4, I think.
Dungeon 4 is complete.
Bogey's still poking around in 7. No, that's not an item room. That's a room full of blue wardrobes he doesn't have to clear. And level 6 is Overworld blocked. I had forgotten level 6 existed. But level 6 is Raft blocked.
So that Is the Forced Overworld block checked off? Still haven't seen the White Sword item, but...
And the White Sword item can still be Overworld blocked. That is not a maximum value, that is a minimum value of one location is Overworld. One item is Overworld blocked, specifically.
Yeah, so we've seen a raft block. There could totally still be a recorder block somewhere.
Or even a Power Bracelet block, because the only person who can check those spots right now is Caffey, and Caffey has not checked any of the Power Bracelet spots at this time.
It's okay, Caffey's busy.
Yes, he's like doing things to complete the seed, so we can give him a break on that. Potential item room here for Bogey in level 7. Although this might have just been the transport stair and he upaged somewhere. Stair in 6 for Scytown, just a transport.
I don't think this was the transport. He's been working his way around quite a bit of this 7 and end up in the north. Well, this is a transport.
7 will only have one transport as it is not segmented.
Okay.
However, that is generally a good thing to keep in mind if you don't have a map, because if you do have a segmented level, then that would definitely apply. Apply.
It does take him to the Triforce.
Bogey's gotten the Triforce out of level 7, Scytown in level 6, kind of digging around, gets a compass.
So wow, he must have walked that whole way around. Okay.
Bogey is going to try to pirouette a door in 7, maybe? I did not see if he got an item. I don't think he did, based on the fact that he's still clearing some enemies. Looks like he is leaving 7. Might have been ladder blocked. Red candle out of 3 for Caffey, and I believe Galen is in the room with the wand in 5. And White Sword in 6. So lots of items going on all at once.
White Sword's a pretty nice reward for getting into your overworld blocked dungeon.
Yeah. It's strictly better than the wand for most fights because it can hit things the wand can't. The only downside is it is affected by the bubbles, which the wand is not.
Very true. These are swordless bubbles. And Caffey's done with level 3.
Now we're going to start to see some Power Bracelet spot checks. Caffey is at max money, so not going to really get anything by picking that up. Scytown is still in 6, making his way towards the Triforce. Bogey is continuing to do some overworld exploration. Doesn't quite have knowledge of where level 1 is yet, nor do I believe he's seen level 3. Triforce out of 5 for Galen. They are done in 5. So there's no one runner yet that has all the dungeon and White Sword item information. Partially because nobody's found a White Sword, but also because looking at the way that this is set up, Scytown, I don't believe, has knowledge of 2 or 4. Bogey doesn't have knowledge of 1, 3, or 6. Caffey doesn't have knowledge of 6 or the Death Mountain dungeons, and Galen, I believe, is also missing knowledge of a couple dungeons. Caffey's going to buy a blue ring, though.
Yeah, Galen's seen the Death Mountain dungeons. I don't believe has laid eyes on 3.
But right now, Caffey having the all-important ladder to get that Triforce out of level 2 is very helpful. In terms of Triforce counts, it's pretty even across the board. In terms of item knowledge, there's a couple of holes that some runners have that other runners don't have, but everybody has a 2 damage item, even if they can't use it. Bogey does have the item knowledge of the bow, so that's helping him out a lot. Caffey has the item knowledge of the ladder. Scytown has the item knowledge of the White Sword.
Yeah, well, anybody without the ladder is eventually gonna run into just like so many of these ladder blocks that we've seen around.
Scytown now into level 2, no ladder. Bogey's going to go ahead and buy the meat as a failsafe. Now we'll see if Psytown does elect to try to pull the bow out of this level 2, or if he says, you know what, I don't have the map, I don't want to play magical bomb walls, I'm just going to leave. Because if Psytown does pull a bow out of this level 2, that would throw a bit of an extra advantage towards Psytown. I would say if this were a 4-team baseball game, first off, how? Second off, that would probably be the equivalent of about 1 extra run. But Bogey does find level 1. We'll see if he clears it out entirely. I would say if Bogey pulls both the raft and the ladder out of here, that's pretty much a grand slam for him.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's going to give him level 6. It's going to give him the ability to check all these other dungeons. And would definitely give Bogey a little bit of a catbird seat right now.
Yeah, he's got the any key. He's got 6 bombs. Depending on how much he wants to soften up these whiz robes, might get to see quite a bit of level 1 just on those resources.
Now, Caffey has found level 8. Caffey does have the ladder. Does not have the wand, nor the bow, so no 2 damage item. Gets the map. Now, Caffey will, however, as we've mentioned before, level 8 was ladder blocked, and Caffey will be able to get through it here.
Yeah, that's an interesting little path between here.
Heart container for Bogey in 1, still looking for his 2 items. I believe the ladder was kind of in that south portion. Psytown finds 4.
Yeah, ladder was in that kind of front foot. Over to the left.
So you're saying we should always trust the feet?
Can't say that's one I've heard before, but maybe.
Trust in the feet. Now, Bogey has no bombs, so that could be a potential concern for him, getting items out of this level 1, but I'm pretty sure he'll be able to get bombs. Psytown back in level 2. Leaving level 2, probably realizes he's ladder blocked.
Yeah, it's a pretty... Well, it wasn't exactly a quick realization, because there is a mount on the left side you can do, but... Gonna look elsewhere.
Remember, the bow does not require the ladder. Bogey probably gonna get his raft in a second here. Wants to clear this room first. Sees it's a key. Doesn't care about it. He does have the wand to help clear this main handle it quicker. And yeah, he's just gonna go full tank mode on it. Gets the raft. Let's see if Bogey continues to push for the ladder. If he does, he will be very happy.
Yeah, seems like he is, because he's not up and him right now.
And it is a level 1 when you have the any key, so there's not very much that can stop you.
Ooh, Caffey got Lionel'd.
Never any good.
Was working on that bottom of the level 8.
Galen is in level 7, poking around. As Bogey realizes he's bomb blocked out of the second item in here. But I imagine he's going to get bombs and come back. I don't see Bogey leaving this item behind for very long. You know, a recorder would be kind of nice to see right now, to be able to just kind of get around the overworld more quickly.
Well, maybe for those who haven't found level 6 already.
Psytown gets the Triforce out of level 4. Now, Psytown is in an interesting position, because the way his key count, with how high his key count is, as Bogey does get some bombs, this magic key is not the most impactful item for him, but I don't think he's going to turn it down anyway.
Yeah,
and it does seem like the bomb shop is a rare shop. Sorry to cut you off.
Just saying, Psy was going back in.
Yeah, this makes sense. You still have too much missing at this point. You know ladder's missing. You know bow is missing. Coming in here makes the most sense. Bogey is headed right back to the room with the ladder. This is going to end up being a big advantage for Bogey, having both the bow and the ladder.
Finally into the bottom right corner of 8, and it was just a 5-er.
Now, I have to assume if you're Bogey, you're going to go check the coast, the raft spots, and get the power bracelet on the way. The question is, do you continue looking for items, or do you just find 6 and then go to 9? And what I mean by continue looking for items is, do you look for that white sword item once you find 6?
That's an interesting question. Because the only thing he would need at that point, I believe, is silver arrows, and those can be a 9.
Yes. In fact, they can easily be a 9. Sidetown will go ahead and pick up the magic key. Again, even on 7 keys, you don't want to take that risk of, oh, I used up all my keys and now I don't have keys to get to Zelda. It's just way too much of a risk to take needlessly. Now, Bogey was thinking about going back, but realized he has a ladder and is like, or not a ladder, a raft, and is like, oh, I should go check the raft spot. Now, there's the Triforce in level 7. It does look like the item in here was ladder blocked by this wizard room. And yes, we have seen both rooms that have transport stairs in level 8 as one led to the other. Bogey might be making a South Coast play here, which makes a lot of sense. Given I don't think he's seen that yet. Again, he doesn't know where level 6 is, but he does know where everything else is, so...
Galen did just get 2 packs of bombs and is back into 7 with them.
Not a bad idea.
Pretty quick getting them, too.
Sidetown's back in level 1. So now this is going to help Sidetown out a lot, but I still think the overall leader, as a Boomerang is found in level 8, I still think the overall lead is in Bogey's corner with that bow in hand, as well as the wand.
Yeah, that deep dive he did of 2 is helping him out quite a bit at this stage.
As Bogey finds level 3.
I mean, also, I suppose having full cleared 1 while he was there. Ladder for Sidetown.
He's going to save with it. Now this is kind of interesting to me. That he's going right back to level 2 and 4 and 5 and did not pick up the power bracelet on the way. Now, even though we know that... Well, no, actually, the white sword item is still out there. So, Sidetown's kind of gambling that that spot is not going to be the white sword item. Which, okay, fine. If the game... You might not need the white sword item, and the game will tell you, go get the white sword item when you need the white sword item, so... It makes sense. It just does seem... It's an interesting decision to make. I don't think it's a bad decision. Given Sidetown's knowledge, I don't think it's a bad decision. Hearing that Galen did buy the bomb upgrade in level 7. I did miss that. Sidetown now has the map of level 2, so now sees that one random room in the corner that has the bow.
Yeah, chat's filling us in. It was just a +2 bomb upgrade, though. Unfortunate. Triforce in level 2 for Sidetown.
Triforce in level 3 for Bogey. The level 2 Triforce was indeed ladder blocked, as expected. Galen might have found a way around the ladder block in 7. Bogey back into level 3 looking for the item. Yeah, it looks like Galen's going to be able to go a little bit deeper into the 7. I don't think we've seen this portion of 7 yet. Taffy continuing to dig 8. Finds a Dig Dogger. Scytown still looking into for the item. Going to find the bow eventually. Potential Dig Dogger block in 8 for Cafe, but I believe he came from the direction that the Dig Dogger blocked off, and it looks like there's a way around it anyway.
Yeah, that's a relief when no sight of the recorder yet.
Oh, but takes a death deep in 8 trying to get that key. Still no bow for Scytown, although he is close, and Galen may have the item here in level 7.
Yeah, Patra, ooh, that does not push.
Very curious. Very curious. There's a Dig Dogger. Oh, here we go. Well, that would explain why it didn't push, as there's an item here. Scytown has picked up the bow out of level 2, putting his item knowledge roughly equal to Bogey's plus White Sword minus Wand. So, again, roughly equal. Scytown is even on Triforces due to the level 5 Triforce, but Scytown will be getting that pretty quickly here. Might actually take a little bit longer because he can explore this north portion.
The item in 7 was just the magical boomerang.
We're kind of running out of places for this silvers.
Yeah, we got White Sword item, we got one spot in 8, and both of the items in 9.
I'm still gunning for White Sword item, silvers, and Power Bracelet blocked. Or, better yet, it's a recorder that's Power Bracelet blocked, White Sword item, and then a Dig Dogger somewhere, maybe an 8, is guarding the silvers. Bogey's still looking for level 6. Scytown is back in level 5, clearing out the north portion. Potential item here in level 8 for Cafe. And important items cannot be a 9. So Recorder will not be a 9. Actually, hold on a second. Recorder cannot be a 9.
No, I believe you're right. Yeah.
Right. So Recorder can't be a 9, which means we currently have a 66% chance of silvers in 9, the X factor being the White Sword item. So we might actually know pretty quickly, based on if Cafe can find the second item in 8, if we are in a situation where silvers have to be a 9. White Sword item is the big question mark right now, because nobody's seen that, and Bogey is probably going to end up clearing most of this overworld before finding level 6, just based on the route he's taking, which, granted, is not a bad route. Like, this route is not a bad route, it's just a little unfortunate it's going to lead him to find 6 late.
Yeah, this is somewhat the issue with picking up overworld access items earlier, is that you then go check all of those things.
Right, but given that you have no knowledge of where 6 is, you have every reason to assume that, well, 6 is everywhere.
Yeah, the more of everywhere that you can see could slow you down a little bit.
Right, but if I'm in Bogey's shoes, I'm taking the same route. Because this is the most dense, this is the highest check density.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It just hasn't been up to this area yet, so might as well.
Going to ignore this Patra for Cafe. Galen's up to 12 hearts, so if we find a magical sword. Here we go, second item in level 8. What is it? The red ring. That means we're going to have silvers in book at 9. With Recorder as the White Sword item. Sidetown says no to the wand. Without second quest enemies, I think that's fine. Because you do already have White Sword at this point, so you can get around. Triforce an 8 for Caffey. And you already have Red Candle and Bow and Arrow for your repeatable offense outside of Wand. Combined with, hey, look at that. There's a White Sword item recorder. And that was at a Power Bracelet spot.
So there we go. Now we know everything. And yeah, Triforce and 5 for Sidetown.
Sidetown is starting to pull ahead of Bogey just from how long it's taking Bogey to do the Overworld clear, which, again, he's got good reason to do it this way. But Sidetown having knowledge of where all the dungeons are is going to help him out a lot. Although Sidetown might be concerned about the White Sword item. But he probably won't pick up a Power Bracelet to go get it until the game tells him he has to. And according to this, I believe Dig Doggers can be on level 9 for this flag set. So if a Dig Dogger blocks something at level 9, that's big for Bogey. Now, Bogey does have some unfinished business up here with level 2, so this is coming up here to level 2 is not bad. Yeah, honestly, again, Bogey's route is not bad. It's just unfortunate that level 6 was at the raft spot.
He knows almost everything about 2, though, so he should be out of here pretty quickly.
Yeah. Red Candle found for Galen. Caffey's going to find the Death Mountain levels. And I don't know if Bogey's actually seen 8 yet, either.
I don't believe Sidetown has seen, like, a lot of 7 or 8. So that could be some time made back from Bogey having already done 7.
But here is the question. How much will Sidetown dig out these items?
Well, 8 has 2 items. If you come across them...
Triforce for Bogey and 2. And I believe the Red Ring was kind of like on the way to the Triforce anyway. The book being a 9 is also kind of annoying just because you don't get any maps. Caffey is now in level 5. Galen's looking for some more overworld spots. We have not seen a magical sword yet. And Bogey is going to find level 8. Looks like he's going to try to get some bombs before we go again.
Caffey has opted to pick up the wand.
So here's where things currently stand. A recorder is not required to get into level 9, so I think Sidetown has a small lead from the overworld knowledge, especially knowledge of where level 6 is. However, Bogey is in a little bit more shored up shape in terms of item knowledge, as he's got that recorder, and he also went ahead and picked up the power bracelet, which is not necessarily convenient to get to in the suit. Bogey also has the Triforce out of level 7, which Sidetown does not, but Bogey has not gotten the item out of 7. The only person who has gotten the item out of 7 currently is Galen. And by gotten, I mean seen. And not to count Galen or Caffey out, Caffey is just now getting to his Death Mountain dungeon, so once he clears these out, he should leave this with a bow and a magic key.
Yeah, there's 3 dungeons all in a group right here. Caffey can do everything in them.
And Caffey also has the Red Ring, which is not insignificant by any stretch. Especially as Sidetown has to potion in another blue wizard room that Caffey may be able to just base tank. Caffey does have the wood sword as well as Bogey. Sidetown has the white sword. And Galen, not to be counted out at all, he does have the knowledge of the item in level 7, which may weigh on the player's minds a little bit, especially if they find an early Ganon and Zelda in first item in 9. So there's not really a clear-cut leader right now. Like, there's nobody really in the catbird seat. I think if I was going to give a lead to anyone, it would be Sidetown by just a little bit over Bogey from that overworld exploration, but that's not a large enough lead to be safe.
Galen's also very well equipped for this level 1. Saw Bogey had to dip out for bombs at one point.
Right. But the other question is, how much time is Galen going to spend farming the wizards, assuming he doesn't just get the ladder right now from just checking this one wall that you have no reason to check.
Yeah, heading away from the map, so may leave that for now.
Bogey's in a little bit of rough shape here in this level 8. Sidetown's having a bit of an easier go at it. Sidetown does not find a way into the Triforce room from this angle. Sidetown also does not have the map. Caffey continuing to explore level 4. Bogey is moving on past the Lionel room. So Caffey will find in here the magic key. Bogey's ducking and dodging around the blue wizrobes. They're taking a small hit at the end, but no big deal. Magic key for Caffey. Raft for Galen. Sidetown working his way around. Now, the red ring was on the path of the Triforce, so we'll see if Sidetown actually elects to pick it up. Oh, but he's out of bombs. That's very important. This could be bad news for Sidetown. He might have to come back with bombs, which would give Bogey a little bit more time.
And he might be thinking about all of these dig doggers.
Yeah. And he doesn't have a wand here, which... Okay, it wouldn't help against the wizrobes, but it would certainly help against the Lionels. Caffey in level 2. Bogey has found the magical... Or not the magical, the wooden boomerang in level 8. Looks like Sidetown is getting out the letter. Might elect to buy a potion and also going to buy some bombs.
Caffey is gonna fight the Patra on level 2.
And is rewarded with the nothing. Like Bogey is going to try to clear this room out here in level 8. And Sidetown is electing to go ahead and grab a potion before going back to 8. Makes sense to me. Galen is trying to clear out this blue wizard room. We'll see if he comes back here or if he elects to go somewhere else.
Yeah, now equipped with the map, could be seeing that one off on the left as well.
Yeah, and he might say, okay, you know what, I'm going to go there first. And it looks like that is the direction he's headed, is to go there first. Maybe? No?
No, gonna see these wizrobes.
Hopefully he doesn't spend all of his bombs here. He does. So now he's going to have to leave to get bombs to come back to this one to get the ladder, which is required for level 2. Sidetown and Bogey both digging around level 8. Neither has a map. Sidetown has a surprisingly high number of hearts at 10.
I don't feel like I remember the map being so difficult to dig out in here, because we did see it. And it's not the most friendly 8 without a map.
I think what it is it was just in a room that neither player really wanted to clear at the time, because at least in Sidetown's case, he's got a compass, so he's got no reason to clear rooms that aren't stairs. And Galen is now stuck out of bombs in level 1. We'll see if he knows of any bomb droppers in here. Sidetown is on the correct path to the Triforce. Bogey's not far behind, though. Triforce for level 1 for Galen. Red ring for Sidetown. We'll see if he picks it up. He does.
Yeah, like you said, right on the way there.
And I have seen runners skip a red ring before if it's late in the seed, if they're concerned that their opponent's like about to finish. Bogey is not too far behind Sidetown, but does have to kind of walk back up.
Yeah, I believe he just up and A'd out of that area.
Ends up taking a Lionel beam. I think at this point I would go ahead and put Sidetown in the catbird seat for this seed right now, as he's the only runner with knowledge of where 6 is. Well, no, Cappy's about to get that knowledge too. But Caffey's not too terribly far behind here. And I think Caffey has overtaken Bogey.
Yeah, Caffey is just absolutely surging once he had the items to be able to get through some of these levels.
Galen is back in level 1 with bombs. Going to go ahead and grab the ladder. Sidetown back in 7. We'll see if he elects to look for the item or if he's going to say, you know what, I got a 66% chance on 9, I'm just going to it.
There's the map.
That man's hearing aid is broken. But now Bogey's going to go check the bottom right portion of level 8 out, instead of heading back towards the top.
I think this might have been the compass room, if he wants to clear it.
And a quick white sword for Caffey. There's a bait block.
And there's Galen's ladder.
Galen
Done with
will now
level
be
1.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, just saying, done with level 1.
Yep. I'll be able to get the power bracelet and be able to complete level 2.
And eligible to find 6 as well. That one was a lot of things in this seed.
Sidetown may just find the Triforce here and leave.
Yeah.
Put him. So let's see what he does with it. I'm guessing he's just going to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
9 is the highest percentage play at this point, and you gotta go in there at some point.
And again, Caffey is not far behind. If he takes a similar path to Sidetown through 7, he'll be out of there pretty quick too.
Yeah, it feels like Caffey just shredded 6.
Yeah, he was in and out super quick, and got the white sword to boot.
Alright, Sidetown is into level 9. We're looking for a few different things in here. Still looking for those pesky silver arrows. But, if we hear the sound of a roar at any point, That means there is a Ganon lurking somewhere nearby. One room adjacent to where we are, in fact.
So if you were on Team Bogey, you want Dig Dogger to be blocking Zelda. Or the Silvers. Because Bogey is the only person so far that has that recorder. It is a Wizard set of 9, so that Red Ring is going to come very much in handy. Let's see if Caffey has a quick 7 like Scytown did, as Bogey's making his way back up to the top portion of level 8. Now, Bogey does have the recorder, and there's the Silvers almost immediately at 9. Looks like Caffey is going to go to the right. That will extend his time in level 7 a bit. Logical. Big Dogger block for that stair.
Yeah, logical if not practical.
Mm-hmm. And the Big Dogger block Zelda Dream is still alive, folks. And a compass. Scytown is finding all of the things of relevance in level 9. Really now just needs a Ganon and a path.
Yeah, that's an almost top right Zelda, so not very close to where we came in.
Leave your max bombs or money.
Well, got a lot of money.
Yeah, I think at that point you leave the money.
Caffey's fighting a Goma.
Gets a compass, though. Very important.
Yeah, there's the path for you.
I think he's... Yeah, up and A is probably faster than clearing that Wizard Room. Bogey is still in level 8. Galen is still looking, I believe, for level 6. And remember, the White Sword item has not been seen by anyone but Bogey, so all of these checks are very valid locations to be level 6 right now for Galen.
Yeah, because in their minds, it's you're still looking for the Overworld block.
Right. And you can't assume that 6 is the Overworld block. Scytown back in the Dig Dogger stair, going to clip through it. So logically, the game expects you to have the recorder to get into this, but, you know, since when is logic a thing? And Galen is going to find level 6. Well, there's Zelda's room. Bogey taking another death in level 8. Caffey's on his way to level 9. We'll see if Caffey also elects to clear that blue wizard room. Let's see if Galen is able to have a quick 6. Galen could very well put himself in a strong position here. The big X factor for Galen right now is how long the level 8 is going to be.
For sure, with that kind of particular path getting around in there to the Triforce.
Now, Caffey did not bomb the wall that leads to where the Silvers are. It'll be interesting to see when he goes back there.
And he is going to be taking stairs.
Our container for Galen puts them at 14. They do have a guaranteed pickup of the magical sword if it ever gets found, which I don't think it is. Because I think it's under a recorder spot. And in Bogey's mind, picking up that white sword item does not absolve him of any locations because Level 6 can be, well, anywhere, still.
Really, can't bomb out of that Patra room, huh?
White sword for Galen. Looks like Caffey and Scytown are in the same room. Scytown having the silvers, Caffey not.
Caffey's heading back kind of in the right direction.
That will lead him in the right direction eventually, but again, he has to think if he wants to try to bomb that wall out. Because that's not an easy decision to make. Bomb a wall right at the start of 9 when you have limited bombs. A map would actually do a lot of good for Caffey. Gets to the compass, though.
Yeah, nice to have that equalized. I don't think Scytown has heard anything, though. Well, it looks like our furthest right column does have rooms in it. Caffey does find the book.
The book for Caffey is actually not a bad thing here, because it will tell him there are rooms near start, so he might be able to bomb into there.
And it turns out it's just that one room in the last column that Scytown walked into.
Wow. So now Scytown's on the hunt for Ganon. Bogey will get the Triforce out of 8.
I believe that's a 42 room level 9.
That is really small. We have a Ganon roar. But
Right,
do we have a path?
Is he here? He's not here.
So the lead right now is with Scytown, as Scytown has the silvers, a path to Zelda, and has heard Ganon. Caffey is not far behind, but you had to bomb a random wall near the start of 9 in order to find the silvers, which Caffey has not bombed because it's a random wall near the entrance of 9, so you don't really have a good reason to go bomb it. But Caffey also has the map. Bogey is currently checking the recorder spots for level 6, which tells me that he's going to end up last location again with his current path.
Yeah, he's headed kind of away from the other raft spot.
Now, Caffey has found Ganon, but has not found the silvers yet. So...
Gonna check if this bombs. Nope. And headed back out.
So what's interesting is, if it takes Scytown a while to get over to where Ganon is, no magical sword of 12 hearts. It is under the vanilla level 3 recorder lake. Scytown has a path to Ganon.
Just gotta get one room up from here. Caffey did it by bombing up in here.
I don't think... He doesn't have bombs! Scytown is out of bombs! That is huge. Huge for Caffey. But Caffey's not bombing the wall. Caffey's gonna try bombing this wall. It does not open.
He does have a couple extra bombs to be able to try some things here.
Caffey might be thinking he needs to magic stare into that bottom row. As Scytown is just burning through silvers, killing as many blue Lionels as he can to try to get a bomb drop to get to Ganon. But no bombs there. And Caffey keeps getting turned around to 9. Galen back to level 2.
Scytown gonna try this room again.
Still, there's the bomb drop for Scytown. Caffey gets the bombs there. Maybe finds a path down to the bottom now. Galen's going to get the compass out of level 2, but does not have the bow yet. Caffey does get denied out of that. Bogey's making his way towards where level 6 is.
There, he's got it.
Bogey makes his way into level 6. Caffey continues to dig 9. Finds potentially an alternate path to the silvers, as Scytown is in the Ganon fight. Has red ring, white sword, a potion, and a stun lock.
Oh yeah, that's a great stun lock. Finishes Ganon off with one of those silver arrows. Now just needs to get back to Zelda.
And Caffey cannot bomb in that way. He now knows he has to bomb in from the front of the dungeon. Galen has picked up the Triforce out of level 2. Just has to finish off level 8. Caffey's checking his map. Looks like he is not interested in that one room. Probably not until he up A's. Caffey's going to find a leave your life or money room, decides to leave the money. The door opens for Scytown. Everyone, please get your GGs in chat for Scytown, finishing with an official time of 1:15:44. Galen will find the bow.
Dungeon 2 is complete. You need something to be Triforce and go.
Caffey now is in the room with the bomb wall. Will he choose to check it? He will not.
No.
Okay, this is the first decision that I've seen that I just don't think it's a good decision. You have one room outstanding, and you know how to get into it. We do have Scytown here with us in the booth. GG's.
Hey, thanks.
So, to give you a little bit of an idea of how close this seed got, Caffey had gotten in tonight a little bit after you did and found Ganon first. But Caffey has not bombed into the Silver Arrows room yet, and has elected, even after an up A, to just choose not to check that room.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
I got really lucky.
Yeah, he's seen all the bomb walls around it. Unless he's mapping his 9 and has marked it as a non-bombable wall and thinks it's a magic stair to get in there, which in that case it makes sense why he's not checking it.
Yeah.
It just seems to me, unless that's the case, it's kind of odd to say, no, I'm just not going to check this one room that's down here that I can check real quick.
Yeah, I can tell you point blank that considering the lack of items that I got in this seed, I had no business getting the win, and I had to get lucky to do anything. So I didn't get 1 out of 7. I didn't get one of them out of 8, and whatever heck the white sword item is, I didn't find that either. So I knew one of the 3 had to be recorder. That's all I knew, and that was terrible. It just felt like I was in sand the entire seed, and then I dove 9 quick. I had a really quick 7 thanks to that staircase. And I just went to 9 and went for it and got lucky. And if it wouldn't be for a bomb drop on the floor, I wouldn't have tried to bomb south and north in that room that got me there. So I feel pretty fortunate to get this win because I did not deserve it this week.
So a couple of other key things that you had. You did have the faster 7. Caffey had gotten into 7 a little bit after you, but had gone to the right first instead of going down out of that stair. Your knowledge of 6 early ended up being a huge factor.
Mm.
Because Bogey, I believe, last locationed it, and he was having a little bit of a lead for most of the seed, having pulled the wand and bow early.
Yeah, and he also got the recorder, the white sword item, so he had been checking recorder spots before he found 6.
That makes sense. Where was the white sword item at?
Second quest, magical sword. So that arrow.
Gotcha.
You know, with the power bracelet on the coast, that is just still sitting there.
Yeah, oh man. I wasn't going there to go get the power bracelet just because I knew where all the levels were, but if I had to go white sword hunting, that would have been the next thing.
There were 2 pickups that shocked me. One was the red ring, because I've seen you skip it before.
Okay.
And the second was that you ended with like 10 hearts.
Yeah. I'm not afraid of picking up hearts. The combat in this seed was vile, and as much as I like to pretend like I have great combat, there's also an element of don't be stupid. And I did my best not to be stupid, although I'm pretty good at being dumb.
Well, I tell you what, the magical sword could not have been picked up at 12 hearts, so...
Oof. That's a
Yeah.
woof.
The only person that's seen it so far is Bogey, because it's under a recorder spot.
Yeah.
So how about level 1? And the blue wizard broom of nothingness and sadness.
Yeah. That sucked. And it really peed me off because I ran out of bombs in the prior Blue Wizzy room. Then it doesn't open up. And then I realized it's got to be that one room in the south, which that cost me so much time with the double dips and the ladder blocks everywhere. That finally I went back to 1 once I had bombs, and what did I clear? 4 and 2 maybe? I don't know what the heck I did. 4 and 2, but 2 had a ladder block in it. That's what it was. And man, I was so peed off.
Yeah, it seemed to be a pretty common theme with having to revisit 1 and go back and forth a lot of times in it.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt. But glad we made it through this chunker. This is definitely one of those. Just take your time. You'll get through it.
You know, they say slow and steady wins the race, and it really does. Because I've seen and experienced so many cases of, I gotta go fast, oh, I'm now taking unnecessary damage, and I'm dead.
Yeah.
And Caffey is leaving 9.
Oh, dude. What has he not found yet? 8 and
Silver
7.
arrows.
He's not he's found both items in 8. He's not found the item in 7. He's not found the white sword item.
Oh, Caffey.
I wonder, at this point, I have to think that he's mismarked that as that's not a room I can get into.
Yeah.
And I have to get silver somewhere else. And it's weirdly Ganon blocked. But
I think he thinks he's recorder blocked, maybe. I don't know.
That could be.
I'm making it up. But
I mean, if he thinks that is a magic staircase room, then yeah, recorder block is a valid option, because there are dig doggers in 9.
yeah. That just sucks. I feel for him.
Yeah. And I feel like it's got to be a case of he's marked it as a solid wall. Maybe he killed an enemy at the same time as the bomb went off, or it wasn't in the right spot. Who knows? Now, Bogey has not been in there either, but Bogey doesn't have a map, so. As Galen is making his way through the level 8. Does have a potion. Also, the red ring being free was fantastic until you realized it's deep in 8 and it's actually not free.
Yeah. Right on the way to the Triforce, though. So
Yeah.
that part worked. In that stage, with all the combat that was so nasty, it's like, all right, let's just go pick that stupid thing up. Cause
Oh yeah, that was brutal.
it was rough, and I I only show one death, but the number of times I had to slow down what I was doing because I was working on a half a heart or 1 heart, number of potions I was using, like, there was nothing easy about this seed in terms of the combat.
Also, please consider the effects of doing the Silver Arrow room with no ring.
Yes, another good point. I actually forgot what was in that room.
Deeply Wish Robe.
Yeah.
Galen's about to pick up his red ring, and probably be happy to see it.
Believe it. All right, well, thank you both for doing announcing and everybody for taking time out for us. This is always fun, and glad to be back on Produced Weekly again.
Yeah, it was nice to be able to get this together.
Yeah, you all have yourselves a good evening, and for everybody viewing, thanks for giving up your time to hang out with us. This is always fun.
And thank you, Sidetown, for both joining us and giving us a wonderful playthrough of the seed to watch.
Yeah, take care, everybody.
Have a good night.
We got Bogey in the Ganon room, cannot bomb out. Galen finishing up level 8, does have the red ring now.
Caffey had just dipped into 7.
Has seen the magical boomerang and is leaving. Now I think he's on a white sword item hunt.
Bogey's back in the right area.
Caffey's headed back to 9. And Galen's now headed into 9 for the first time. Caffey is going to bomb the wall. Sees that it does open. Caffey has seen everything but the white sword item and the second item here in 9, which is in this room. Now let's see if Galen decides to also bomb this open after clearing these Lionels. The X factor is Caffey has not seen the white sword item yet. But also Caffey knows that the recorder has to be the white sword item. And Galen does check the wall. Galen's going to get this into the room with the silvers about the same time as Caffey. Well, about the same time as Caffey's picking up the silvers. But Galen's not going to clear it. He's not going to risk clearing that room. He's going to wait to see if he can take a stair to get back there. Bogey has not yet seen that room, and Caffey's on his way to go fight Ganon.
Yeah, Caffey's seen just about everything else, so he should have a path to both Ganon and Zelda.
Yeah, I think Caffey's got a path here. Galen is bombing around a 9 a little bit. Bogey is now entering the room with the silvers. Sees the level of garbage in front of him, and probably sheds a small single tear. Gonna go ahead and potion up.
Yeah, you don't mess around with this room.
And I want to note, I don't at all blame anybody who looks at that room and says, nah, I'm coming back later when I have to. Because it's 8 blue wish robes, and volunteering to fight 8 blue wish robes is not always the best option.
Yeah, there's plenty of level 9 to look at, so Galen opting to do other things. Caffey is into Ganon.
Bogey has the silvers. Ganon down for Caffey. Bogey is making his way back to the Ganon room. And one last, one last, at least for this race, reminder, folks, that we do have, as mentioned in the title, these are SGLive 2022 flags. We will be having a Zelda 1 Randomizer in-person tournament at SGLive 2022 coming up in a couple of days here. You can still sign up for that all the way up until Tuesday night. That is Tuesday, October 25th. That night, the signups for the tournament will close. We currently have 6 people in it. So if you would like to join, please feel free to. The link to the information has been posted in the chat.
Yeah, it is a ticketed event, but that's got all your information about signing up and getting your tickets.
Caffey is on the way back to Zelda as Bogey will take down the pig.
That's our third Ganon down, and Bogey does have the compass.
I'm pretty sure Bogey has a path too.
Yeah, he definitely did a lot of that right side looking for the way to the silver arrows.
Galen's likely going to do a lot of this level 9 before finding the silvers, which again, it's a gigantic blue wizard room. You don't necessarily have good reason to go do it. Caffey will be finishing with an official time of 1:30:10. Good enough for 5th place. Before him was Chestjerk with a 1:18:13 in 2nd. Homer J Smash with a 1:20:15 in 3rd. And Spudasaurus with a 1:29:34 in 4th.
Yeah, this is a pretty healthy turnout for a weekly. We got 13 racers total.
Honestly, I like when the weeklies have a lot of people in them. Look at the bomb drops for Bogey in this room. Galen is continuing the level 9 search. Does now have the map. Bogey is going to take this path into Zelda's room. Everyone, please get your GGs in the chat for Bogey. His official time will be a 1:31:18, good enough to take 8th. Before him, Chaos Finale, finishing in 6th with a 1:30:49. And Sigil, finishing in 7th with a 1:30:53.
Yep, GG to Bogey. Hard fought. Especially after getting all the overworld items and just looking for where else anything could be.
Yeah, definitely a case. And that's the thing, is like the way Bogey routed the seed is the way that you route it when you get all the overworld items. You go for check density. You don't go for, let me go check this one random spot.
Yeah, absolutely.
And level 8's combat was terrible. Objectively. Doesn't matter who you are, it's just bad. Galen continuing to work through level 8. Level 9. I heard the dungeon music and thought 8. Combined with the fact that it's very green. So I imagine we will see Galen kind of full clear out level 9 before going back for that room. Because, again, the game will make you go to that room if you don't want to do that room.
Yeah, but at least having the knowledge that it's there is pretty powerful. Like, the bomb wall was the key for Caffey.
Right.
Mm.
And Caffey with the book is shooting out the wand fire, which can be effective for some enemies, but often is just something that you run into. Cappy has a good job of fighting the Patra. Well, Cappy does a good job of fighting the Patra. That's see. Galen does a good job of fighting the Patra in immediacy.
Does get to hear Ganon at least, and see Ganon.
Never a bad thing when you have the path. As you eventually have to come back here anyway. Okay. So Galen has seen most of the left side of 9. And this could be going to get a heal to potentially handle that blue wizard broom. Looks like an up and A all the way back. Is this a... Oh, this is a potential white sword item play. I think. Well, also he's out of bombs.
Yeah, but I don't think going to the immediate bomb shop.
A little curious what he's thinking. It could be trying to find mags. That's a valid thing. Unfortunately, it's recorder blocked. Eat, sleep, Ganon, repeat. Galen has found Ganon, has not found a path to Zelda, and has seen the room with the silver arrows even though he doesn't know they're there.
Yeah,
and this looks to me like Galen is making a magic sword play. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think that's many people's reaction to finding a Ganon that you can't bomb your way out of. Ah, heck.
Darn him to heck. But that's a recorder for Galen.
Taking a second to record that recorder.
And now that the recorder has been recorded, can he record a tune on the recorder? Looks like now we're going to see a bomb purchase. Let's see where Galen heads from here. Well, that's level 2. Looks like it will be potentially some recorder spots. With some power bracelet mixed in.
Hmm.
Looks like he's headed back over towards the Dead Woods. Or no, headed back to 9? Headed back to 9. Galen may be looking for the magical sword. Or may have been looking for the magical sword. Let's see what he decides to do here. He decides killing some Lionels is fine. Gonna try to bomb north again. Cannot do so. Looks like he is going to continue fighting the Lionels. Probably try to get some health or some bombs. Not a bad idea. Lionels do drop a decent amount of health.
It does still have a potion in reserve, I believe.
Yes, that is correct. Looks like he is not going to go for the Blue Wizard Room just yet. Instead, wants to get through the Stig Dagger.
Galen is looking for silver arrows.
He likely knows they're in here. It's just a matter of where. And he's hoping it's not the Blue Wizard Room.
Hasn't seen much of his right side yet, so probably try to find some friendlier rooms over here first.
Yeah, and again, this makes sense if it's a case of I don't want to fight blue wizards. I will make the game tell me I have to fight blue wizards, and hopefully I pop out of there coming out of a stair.
And getting another potion back is a little bit of a walk.
Yeah. But thankfully, because this 9 is on the smaller side, Galen will be able to clear it out pretty quick. But this room is not exactly better. There's just not an easy way to get through some of these rooms at 9, I think, is the moral of the story, folks. Pick up your red rings.
Yeah, at least for going through 8, you had it pretty much right on the path there.
Galen has elected to use one of his potions, which, again, it's better to use the potion than to die saying, oh, I need this for another room. Now, it is interesting that Galen isn't electing to pop out of the stairs. I wonder if he thinks, okay, I'm close enough to the end of 9, I can just clear out the rest of 9 and hope that I find silvers. Which, there's a lot of valid decisions that have been happening in this scene. Like, again, outside of the potential mismark from Cafe, I haven't seen a single decision that I'm like, nah, that's not a good idea. And even then, if it was a mismark, then it makes sense. And that's the thing about this game is, like, there's very few instances where there's actually just an objectively bad decision. A lot of times, it's so situational that most decisions you make are either reasonable or good decisions to make. And that's just a matter of, does the thing show up where you need it?
Yeah, like even talking to Saitan, he didn't feel super confident about going into level 9 when he did. It sounded like but there's 2 items in it. It's a decent chance it could have what you need.
And something that I've also heard is when you pick a decision, you just stick to it. You don't like be wishy-washy about, oh, I should have done this, that, or the other. You just stick to the decision and make it work.
Oh yeah, I've definitely felt that before.
Galen will once again hear Ganon from this room, but has a pass to there. Also has a couple different paths to Zelda. But he's quickly running out of rooms to check for silvers.
Yeah, it turns out the way to Ganon is kind of locked down because he can't get in from this way.
Galen has 2 rooms left you can check before he just no, 3 rooms left you can check before he just has to fight the Wish Robes. Galen now headed back to the last couple of rooms of 9. Probably taking some notes as to what he has and hasn't seen. Strange things are afoot at the Circle K. You know, I'm going to say, I have not set foot in a Circle K since, like, 2009. So
I actually don't think I've ever set foot in one, so might have you beat there.
So whatever strange things are afoot do not involve any of us. Looks like Galen will go ahead and take this stair, see where it leads him. That's going to put him kind of in the direction he wants to go. He does have to get through this. Might actually be thinking about just going ahead and taking this stair that's in here. Galen is down to 1 bomb, but not necessarily out of bombs yet.
And has already bombed a lot of the places that are necessary to along the way.
Yeah. Now, I do wonder at what point do you say, you know what, I'm just going to go fight the Blue Wish Rebs anyway. Especially if you're tracking your 9. Once you run out of stairs, you definitely got to go fight the Blue Wish Robes. Well, you don't have to, but still.
I recommend it.
But Galen has not yet found a way in there. At this point, he's kind of going in circles in this upper portion of 9, trying to find a way in.
Well, I think also trying to figure out how to get into these leftover rooms in the middle. And has been in that room, so probably have to come from the left.
Yep. So we'll see if he goes for the 2 rooms or... Well, we'll see what he does here. Looks like the answer is the 2 rooms that remain. And now Galen knows he's got to fight those wish robes.
Or just in general, have to clear rooms that have not been cleared yet.
Yep.
This is kind of a nice watermelon accent on the blocks.
You know, I tell you what, watermelon flavor is actually terrible compared to just regular watermelon.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. A lot of fruit flavors not really as advertised.
Grape is probably the worst. I have yet to have a grape flavored thing that I like that isn't just grape juice, that hasn't been chilled to the point of near freezing. Looks like Galen's going to finish out this stair room here, see if this is the silvers. It does push, but it's just the transport. That was the path to Ganon. And it does seem like Galen is exploring every option possible that is not fight the blue wizards, which, again, I get it. Just a question of when do you bite the bullet and just do it anyway.
Can't be Patra. I think he might be rechecking for some of these rooms that he knows he hasn't completed, whether they can even be staircases.
And I am curious as to how he does track his nines. Because if he's tracking purely by memory, then that's not exactly the easiest thing in the world to do.
Yeah, some games you can get away with it, but this game just has like such powerful tools.
And I do think he is mentally tracking 9 because he just rechecked the room that had the book. But I don't know that for certain.
Anything left over in this neck of the woods?
Perhaps. I don't actually recall him doing a ton down here, outside of just seeing the rooms exist. Looks like he is headed back to this side of the dungeon.
Could be paying a visit to the Dig Dogger over here.
Looks like he is going to try to clear the Dig Dogger too. Or not. It's not a stair. Gonna re-clear this Lionel room. Not a stair. We may see Galen recheck this room.
Yeah, not going to be in there.
No, looks like he's leaving it now. Gonna check this stair. And he's already checked the rooms up here a couple of times. So he should know that there's nothing up here.
It's pulled out the... Oh, nope, moused off the potion.
I might not want to potion immediately in the wizard room anyway, because he can take a couple of hits if he's going there. Looks like he is going to the wizard room. Galen's trying to get them grouped up a little bit more. We'll go ahead and potion here.
Yeah, just trying to get the max value out of his hearts before having to use that potion. But 15 hearts should be pretty well off now.
And you'll notice he's not using his last bomb. That's actually very good. Or at least so far he's not using his last bomb. We'll see if he ends up using it anyway, but... Generally, you want to have one bomb versus 0, because with one you can at least go for forces. And he's got the room down. He is gonna get the silver arrows.
Alright, time for the 4th time to carve up some roast beast.
Yes. He's making his way there. And he's got a path. He's got 15 hearts. He's got paths to Ganon and Zelda. He should be done within the next couple of minutes here, I'd think. He's working his way through the pig fight. Zelda's being a little bit annoying, but not terrible. Generally, you are going to want to stand closer towards the bottom, but Galen's got the health. Now he's got a good position to be able to hit Zelda. Just has to be a little careful. Gets a stun lock at the end, and that is a dead Zelda. Remember that Galen is fighting Zelda because of the fact that he's playing as a Dark Knight.
Yeah, so slight correction. Zelda is down. Time to go find Ganon. and to attempt to not die in a fire.
Well, he does have a path there, and he's got plenty of silvers to kind of just push through whatever he needs to push through.
Yeah, I think the walk isn't too bad from this side, besides this room.
And Galen is through. The door has opened. Everyone, please get your GGs in chat for Galen Merrick finishing with an official time of 1:59.52. Coming in with the sub 2.
So 3 racers save Zelda, but unfortunately Ganon has returned.
See, it was all part of the plan. Let the other racers save Zelda, and then Ganon will come back, and then there'll be no link to stop him. Totally. Alright, so we are not going to have Galen join us for an interview, so we're going to go ahead and call it here, folks. I want to go ahead and say thank you to our forerunners, Scytown, Galen Merrick, Bogey, and Cappy for putting on an excellent show for us tonight. I want to thank our tracker, Kamion Ranokai, for pushing all of the buttons and making it look like we know what we're talking about. I'd like to thank my co-com, Smile Fries, for joining me here in the booth, and all of the folks who help run the Speed Gaming family of channels.
Yep, thanks to Oasis for setting these up every week as well. And these are the SGLive 2022 flags. Keep an eye out for that event coming to you in basically 3 or 4 days now. And you can still join us if you sign up by Tuesday night. So yeah, we'll get that link to you one more time as well. And on behalf of everybody, I'd say have a good night, everybody. We'll see you in the next race.
Yep. So long, everyone. Please enjoy the rest of your night.